Hi there, this is Christina Serpa for Body Physics Studio and the Ergolates Pilates and Posturology certification. Today we're going to be looking at working the hamstring. It's a very precise movement, whereas the other things, they will be assisters, they're not prime movers. Here it's really an isolation exercise. Comes from both the weight training and the Pilates repertoire. So first of all, I have my Pilates bolstered attachment, and I have it at level 1. So here it's the lever and the length and the distance at which I'm extending the platform that increases the intensity. You could always add additional weight on your client if you want to increase the intensity, if they've gone all the way to the maximum when it comes to distance. So we can execute this with 2 legs. Here I'm going to look at squeezing my inner thighs together, neutral pelvis, so I lift up, I extend, and I come back. So every time that I'm going up and down, my glutes are engaging lightly to help with my hamstrings, but it's still my hamstrings that are doing most of the work. The farther I go, the longer the lever, the harder it is. Now, if I wanted to work my lower back, then I let a lordosis happen. And here it's my lower back, less than my glutes that are stabilizing me. It really depends on each client what we're looking for. If I wanted to work the inner insertions of my hamstrings, I will open up my feet a bit like a duck position. I want to execute the movement in that position. As far back, and come back. Here, because in Ergolates, we want to really increase the muscular stability and symmetry between our entire body. We want to look at executing exercises one leg at a time. So often, when I notice a big imbalance, I'll ask my clients to put their legs together and lift up one leg, making sure that movement comes from a pelvic lift, a pelvic tilt, and not from the fact that they're using their hip flexors to lift it up. So I lift, and I extend, and then I come back. So here, the farther I go, just like when I'm doing it with 2 legs, the longer the lever, the more weight I'm extending and coming back. It would be the same thing. I do one side. Ideally, you want to start with the weak side and follow with the strong side, so that it has time to adapt and rebalance itself. If I wanted to work the inner part of the hamstring, it's the same principle, except this leg is going to be opened out exteriorly. It's important to have it close to the opposite hip at the same distance. So this is 30 degrees open, this wants to be 30 degrees open, because it's your counterweight. So I'm rolling, extending, and then coming back. So this will hit it almost into the knee joint. If we're looking for 45 degrees, so the exterior part of the hamstring into my calf that's being engaged, I would place my leg at a 45-degree angle exteriorly, legs on top, and push, and we come back. If I wanted to increase the difficulty, I lift up the leg and bring it towards me. This increases the lever, and the farther I go, the harder it is. Of course, when we're talking about people who have a large discrepancy in the strength from one leg to the other, just start by even opening the platform, lifting up the glutes, engaging the glutes and the hamstrings, and coming back down with an open platform. So this would be considered beginner, and we get into beginner level 3, level 4 to intermediate as we extend back. If we were to lift up our toes, this would engage the calves, the gastrocs, into the movement a lot more. So this has been a hamstring isolation exercise for the Body Physiques Studio and the Ergolates certification program. For more tutorials, please visit our website.